You want to start from here?
Yeah, and we are live. Hi.
Hey, it's Rudolph from Filo. We're going to be presenting Tata, our baby alarm system. We're presenting it from CES 2021, and I'm based in Rome, Italy, and I'm the head of B2C marketing for Filo, which is the company behind Tata. Our system basically is a alarm system to avoid abandoning children in cars. Sadly, this happens more frequently than we would like to admit. In the past 20 years, we've had incidents of child death basically in the car. Over more than 800 children have died, sadly.
Is that in the US or worldwide? Or
This is US. This is US.
just in the US only? There's nearly 1,000 babies.
Yes, exactly. The average number is around 50 babies per year. And
That's horrible.
it's horrible. It's horrible.
It's just a mistake, right? People are busy or something, and then it's too hot in the car, and
People, yeah, basically we have, in the last 10 years, we have been filled up with a lot of distractions on our daily lives. So between work, stress, and a daily routine, it happens quite often that we go through our days without thinking exactly what we're doing actively. So it happens even, it's not about being a good parent or a bad parent here. I myself am a parent. And I've noticed when I drive to work, from home to work, I don't think. Literally that is automatic, that happens. And it is natural for all of us to do this, you know, because we have a lot of things on our minds. So we've come to this conclusion that we would like to stop this number, you know, stop this event to happen. And as I mentioned with the numbers in the States, we are looking to get into the States this year to help stop this phenomenon of children being left in the car. And so we would like to present to everybody who's listening and watching our baby alarm system.
is this also related with this product? What is this?
This is Tata Band, which is our second product in the baby product line.
Does it do the same functionality also?
Same functionality, same technology, which I will get to right away. This product, Tata Band, is ideally for smaller children, specifically infants, because it gets attached straight to the seat belt. Instead of being placed underneath the child in the car seat, which some states in the States do not allow for car seat laws in the States do not allow to have objects underneath the car seat, the child. So we idealized the Tata Band for the American market, and I would like to present you a bit what the scenario is at the moment. In the States, they're talking about a law to stop this phenomenon, so making it mandatory to have a anti-abandonment device in the car for every parent that has children underneath 4 years old.
Where are they doing this?
It's called a Hot Cars Act. This is in the States. The Senate started to discuss it last year, 2 years ago, 2019. And they're discussing it, and they should be concluding it this year, 2021. And we're hoping that will pass. In Europe, we have the same case. Europe-wide, we have a law that's being discussed. It's called Euro NCAP. While Italy, where Filo is based, we are the first country in the world to have a mandatory law on anti-abandonment. And this started off last year in March. And we have had quite a year with the pandemic even going on. The parents basically were thanking us basically to have had a solution presented in Italy, but we don't have the biggest cases. Let's say we had 10 deaths in the past 10 years in Italy, compared to the States. That is very little, and so we are really eager to bring our solution to the States this year.
I think the Americans are a little bit distracted, right? They have their big cars and maybe too many things going on, or I don't know, something like that.
Well, I mean, I could talk about the whole Western world. I mean, not only America.
Yeah.
Especially with all the technology that we have, we are kind of fighting technology with this, because on one side you have all the information, all the needs that you have. You're always available day and night with a cell phone, with the internet connection, etc. And we wanted to help avoid these tragedies by putting ourselves in the middle of the problem of being distracted during a common day. And so that's why we invented this product. We've already been on the market for a past year, and we have successfully already sold more than 1 million units in Italy alone.
Only in Italy.
Only in Italy, yes, exactly, where the law is mandatory.
So your company, your product is pretty much mandatory, or do you have competitors also doing the same stuff?
In Italy, we have competitors. In the States, there are no competitors at the moment, or actually very little. They're not that widespread, because it is kind of a taboo subject, to talk about. It's uncomfortable to think about that this possibly could happen. And so I really, this is what kind of a message I would like to put out there, is that it could happen to anybody. It's not about being good or bad as a parent. Obviously, you'd like to protect your child. But as it seems, I have met and I have heard stories that it literally can happen to your closest friend, to yourself, and to be distracted about what really matters during the day. And especially when you have a lot of things to balance. And this happens to parents that are working while they have a newborn, especially. And so, yeah, this is really what we're trying to resolve to help these people, help these parents that are currently in a situation where they have too much on their plate.
When they have a newborn, they're like not used to it, right? It's like maybe this their first baby, and they like their body, they're like going to grab the coffee. Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, well, especially in most of the cases that I've heard of, most common cases is when the parent goes to put gas in the car, or when they go for quick groceries, to pick up some groceries. They stay longer than they need, in the shop, and especially when it's hot outside during the summer. In the car, the degrees, so the heat inside the car is more than we can expect.
Especially when the air condition is off, because that's what happened.
Exactly. That's what happens in hot conditions. But
because when they don't realize, because the air condition is on, everything's fine. You close the door and then it's off.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens, and we you don't automatically think about it, but the car gets really, really warm during those the summer days, and so we're trying to avoid that, and we're also trying to avoid in climates where it's really cold. It's the same condition. There's no air conditioning for heat, so you have both sides of the story. And in America, you have variety of places, where it either is very hot or very cold. And our solution is based on, which is our first solution, which is a Tata pad, which is a European solution, because in the States, they have laws, as I mentioned before, to not allow to be placed underneath the baby an object. This is our European product, the Tata pad, which has won various awards for design. And our newest variant is the Tata band, which is, as I mentioned before, it is a little band that can be placed to the belt of the car seat. And how does it exactly work? I'll come to it right away. And as you can see, this is our system. It has been designed specifically to be a connected and closed system. So what does it exactly do? Tata pad or Tata band will be directly connected via Bluetooth to the parent's phone. And in the event of the parent leaving the car with the baby still in the car, the short distance, how Bluetooth works, it doesn't work on long distance. So In the event that they leave the car and they have some distance between the car and their phone, so in their pocket, it will disconnect. The Bluetooth will disconnect, and we will start to our alarm system will start. So it's a 3-phase alarm system in which we will start to alarm the parent to remind them not to check on their child that is still in the car. So it's a 3-level alarm system. It works this way. After 3 minutes that it has been disconnected, there will be an in-app notification to the parent. If they ignore that, we will move on after a minute towards the second level, which is a phone call to their phone. We use a virtual switch box, which means basically it is an automated an automated call in which we call the parent and they can answer the phone call and stop the alarm in time. If they ignore also this phone call, we will move on to the third level, which is calling the emergency contacts. In our Tata app, basically, which is part of our system, where you control the Tata, you can add up to 5 emergency contacts. And in the third level alarm, we will call them sequentially, so one by one, to warn them that something's not right. And in that message, in that call, they can receive a message with the last GPS location, so they can look at a map. We send them a map with the last location that we know where the Tata pad is with the child, and they can jump in a car and go save the child. That's our whole system put in in perspective. So it all starts from a disconnection from the phone and the device, and then we move on into various stages to alert the right people in the right time to save the child. So this is what we have to
and
offer.
This is because maybe the parent or the person doesn't have charge in his mobile, right? So we need to be able to contact other people.
Yeah, not only that is the case. Also, we have also considered the case where the parent could even leave their phone in the car with the child, so they forgot both of them. And in that case, we have an automatic system that checks every 10 to 15 minutes if everything's okay and if the car is not moving. So with the GPS inside the phone of the parent, we can notice that the car is not moving. And so if the car is not moving after 15 minutes and the child is still sitting in the car seat, we will go straight to level 3 alarm and contact the emergency contacts from our cloud system. So our system effectively even works without a phone.
All right.
Going straight to that, yeah. And so just to make sure that everything works, we make many checks before you start your drive with your child. So in the car, we check that the Bluetooth is working, we check the GPS is on, we check the battery levels of the phone and the Tata. You're enabled to share with your partner, so one device with 2 phones. We can also check if your child is moving, and in the case where the child is older, so they are capable of unbuckling their belts. We also do a check if they're moving, if they got out of their car seat, and we will warn you right away that happened. And not to last, as I mentioned, we also have the smartphone left behind in the car, which is I'm very proud of. I find the best and the smartest safety feature we've got, where we warn your emergency contacts in the event when you even leave your phone in the car and also your child in the car. So we kind of cover all contingencies that can derive from of not leaving the baby in the car. So we hope that we cover all the variables to make this tragedy avoidable completely.
How about is there affordable price for your solution?
Okay, so getting into prices.
Or is that later in the presentation?
No, that's not later in the presentation, but I can also give you a little bit of idea. We will start, our launch price in the States will be $59.90 for either Tata Pad or Tata Band. They're the same price because it's the same technology, and it's just applied to a different age range. So our Tata Band is ideal for infants from 0 to a year and a half, 2 years old. And then our Tata pad instead is ideal up to 4 years old. Our cloud service for calling emergency contacts, for calling you, is free of charge for up to 4 years. So it basically is free. We're giving away our cloud service, our alarm system for free in this case. And so yeah,
how long is the battery?
The batteries are replaceable, and they will last up to a year.
Wow, a year.
Yeah.
All right. So so there's no the only trigger is pretty much the usual Bluetooth tag kind of trigger, where if the phone is too far away, right?
Exactly.
That's the main thing. It doesn't sense the baby or something like that. It doesn't check if there's a baby in the car.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Sorry, I forget to mention our one of the best features also is an additional feature is that our sensors inside the pad and the band are capacitive, so we can sense if there's a human being in the car seat because it's a capacitive sensor. It's like our cell phone. You know, when you put your finger on top, if you put a glove, it will not work. It will only sense it if your finger is directly on the screen. So this is the same sensor that we use.
Otherwise, it would trigger no matter whenever you leave the car, even with the baby.
Exactly, and this avoids false positives. And so our whole mission in this product has to avoid false positives, or else parents will not rely on it anymore.
And how reliable is it? Like the capacitive sensor is just, it never gives wrong triggers?
Well, yes, it does, but the percentage of wrong triggers is like what, 5%? So out of let's say 10 let's say no, out of 100 times you place a baby on our pad, 5 times it will give you a false positive. So that is very low. That is very low.
You just get a little alarm when you think, and you say, "Oh, my baby is here. I'm good," and then you turn it off, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I was just about to present you our 4 stages of our app, which is very simple. The first stage is standby, so nothing's happening. You still haven't placed the child in the car seat. It's not connected, so Tata is not active. The second screen is the child is sitting, so we have detected that the child is in the seat. The third screen, is already when we are in a second level alarm. So when we're starting to call you, and we'll check if everything's under control. So the parent can either respond to the phone call or stop the alarm by pressing the button underneath the everything is under control. The fourth screen that we're seeing here is the third stage, where we're starting to call your emergency contacts. And this is our last stage, in which we will warn everybody in your contacts, in your emergency contacts, to be alert, and our calls will go out, and anybody who can request in the phone call, in the emergency contacts, can request a message to know where the location of the baby is with the last known GPS location. So that's our screens. Yeah. So
in that capacitive sensor, it only gets triggered by some kind of human presence, right? Because the actual seat or the belt or anything, it doesn't do that trigger.
No. A capacitive, well, the technology, it's not.
All right. Are you still there? Oh, there. It was a little disconnection. Now you're good. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying. Just to explain better the technology we're using for sensing a baby in the car seat. It is not based on heat. It's not based on weight. It is based on purely because the fact that we as human beings in our body, we emit small pulses of electricity, and the capacitive sensor can actually sense that a finger or a human being basically touches it, and it will only activate when there is a human being. So this will work in cold conditions. It will work in hot conditions, so in hot cars, in cold cars. It is very flexible, so we are avoiding many cases of false positive here by using this technology.
And you're exhibiting at the CES in previous years, or is this the first time?
This is our second time with Tata, our baby alarm system. We've been at CES 2020 last year.
Like the real CES, right?
The real one, yeah. But this is real too, you know.
Of course.
The CES 2020 was quite interesting to be all digital. and I met a lot of people, and we were actually, we're looking for partnerships, distribution to bring Tata as quick as possible to US and stop this phenomenon of children being left in the car.
So there's a lot of activity on the online CES, or?
Yes, there are. Yes. We were expecting around. They were expecting around 100,000 people, and in the end, I think there was around 250,000. And we have had a lot of requests. We have already been featured on Wire.com, on US Today. We got featured on CNET for best product and innovation. We are getting recognition, but recognition is the first step. Second step is getting in the hands of parents. So I'm really hoping who's listening and who's watching today can reach out to their local, distributor for tech, Walmart, Best Buy, whoever, and request that they have our product in their store. That would be the best thing.
Buy it directly from you? Do you ship worldwide? Are you going on Amazon and all that stuff?
Yes, we are going to do that. That's so Tata Band and Tata Pad will be available in the States, hopefully within by September this year, so the third quarter. We will be right away opening up our doors on our website. So getmytata.com is our website, and also on Amazon.com we'll be starting. But the best experience to reach all parents in all situations is the classic retail scenarios. Even during the pandemic, people need to have it close to them where they also buy their other appliances and baby products. And that's why I'm putting out this voice to spread it.
Maybe you can kind of like convince all the baby seat
car seat makers.
The car seat makers, right? They just have to bundle it.
No, that is one way to do it. That's the quickest way to do it. But we are also in talks with car seat makers to integrate our technology straight into the car seat. And but that is long term. So in short term now, we will be presenting Tata Pad and Tata Band as soon as possible in the US market. So that's what we're hoping to do in the next month.
Right. And hopefully more regulation about it being completely mandatory.
Absolutely. To completely put history on it, just close it. That's our goal.
I'm imagining that one way that it could potentially maybe be done is with a little, I guess, solar powered, or like there's these cameras that do car DVRs that film the street, right? And sometimes they also film back like the driver, and maybe you can actually capture the baby in the back seat and have some kind of AI or something in there, and it should be connected with your app, or I don't know. Maybe that's too much.
Well, that would be. I think that would be overkill, because you have to also consider that maybe the caretaker, like babysitter or grandpa are taking around the kid, and they're not that technological,
Yeah.
So we're trying to work on. Everybody has Bluetooth on their phone, right? More or less.
Yeah.
So that's what we're basing it on. It's one of the more reliable technologies, and also to
Bluetooth 5.
Bluetooth 4. Bluetooth. 4. Why? Because 5 is for long distance, and it's for audio, and there's no need. It's overkill.
It's already 1 year battery. What you have?
Yes. It's already optimized for Bluetooth 4, which is widely spread across phones.
And then to change the battery, what do you do?
It just requires two what are they called, 3200s. These are little button batteries. Sorry, you see them, and this is $1. You just buy them and you just put them back in.
Two of them, and you got another year.
Yep, and you're good.
Cool. All right.
So here we are.
Thanks a lot for showing that, and let's hope everybody just uses that, because I mean, come on.
We need it. We need to believe that we can also use technology for good, for human good, because saving one life is more than it means more than ignoring the fact that this actually happens.
Even if it was just one, but you're saying it's 50 every year.
Exactly. The ideal scenario would be 0.
Yeah.
But that's a long road. So we're on a mission to move it to zero. That's
cool. But you're doing it, so that's cool.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks
for having me. Thank you for having me today.
Thanks.
All right.
And thanks,